Hello, welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is going to be a love reading for my wonderful Cancers. How are you doing, Cancer? I hope you're very well. So this is for Cancers in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. It's a timeless message, it's for whenever you come across it. And it is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Cancer out there. But I would say take what does resonate for you and leave what doesn't for somebody else. So Cancer, I'm going to start by getting some messages regarding love, relationships, romance, what is in the energy around you or coming towards you at this time, and then we'll go into a spread. So, for my Cancers, please, we get some messages regarding love, romance, relationships. What is the energy around? Whoa, that's way too many. I'm just going to take the two that are face up. Okay, and that's the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So, interesting. Could be something to do with money, that is, or it could be something to do with your work, Cancer. Let's carry on. So, okay. Oh my goodness, more Pentacles. Now we've got the Three of Pentacles. And one more, please, for Cancer. One more for my cat. Boom. Okay. Thank you. Page of Cups. So, I mean, so much earthy pentacle energy here, Cancer. You could be dealing with an earth sign. You certainly don't have to be. But it's certainly something to do with you could be holding back from trying to make something work with somebody. They could be coming towards you with some sort of apology, offer of regret, or they're saying that they're sorry, that they actually want to work on things with you, like still trying to build. I get the sense of still trying to make something work, trying to make something happen, because I feel like you were trying to make this work with them before, and you are now holding back from doing so. Maybe because I'm not sure why. We'll obviously clarify and get far more information. But there was a partnership here. There were two people who were on the same page, who were equally invested, and then I feel like someone pulled back. It could be you, Cancer, and the other person, whoever pulled back, the other person is still trying to get them to get on board and work with them to build this again. Maybe it was just starting to get off the ground and then someone pulled their energy back. So let's get some more information. What is this Four of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles about for Cancer, please? Why is the Four and Eight of Pentacles here for Cancer? Thank you. The Nine of Swords. Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of concern, worry, very stressed out about this situation. It could be stressed out about money and finances for some of you, because someone could be more focused on their work and their career, or feeling like no matter how much work they do, then they're not earning enough money. But in terms of love, let's get back to that. I mean, it's just it's like someone is stopping themselves from actually continuing to work on something with someone else, to build a relationship, to invest, because of things that that are coming up for them from their subconscious, like almost telling them that this can't go well, or this is doomed, or something, or there's other elements it's almost like coming up from their past even, that could be making them feel like, I don't know, I can't keep working on this, I can't keep building towards this with this other person, and instead pushing them away as a result of those concerns. Can you tell me about the Nine of Swords, actually? What is this concern relating to? What is all this worrying? What is this Nine of Swords? Thank you. Temperance. Someone could feel like they haven't completely healed from a situation which was very overwhelming to them. Now that could be, again, to do with work and career, or something that's really been stressing them out. It's like someone is almost pushing a relationship away, whether it's you, Cancer, or the person you're dealing with, pushing it away because they're almost exhausted, I'm getting. It's like it's too much right now for them they have gone through something very stressful, very tiring, and just feeling like they need a time out, they need to rest. It's almost like they don't have any energy left to actually put into the work of this connection. Now, saying all that, that could have been what was happening in the past, because and that could have been the reason as to why someone wasn't fully investing as much as maybe you were or you wanted them to, Cancer, or it could have been you. Because I there's definitely this other storyline here going on about someone coming forward and wanting to put work and effort into this. So let's see, why is the Three of Pentacles here, please, for my cat? Thank you. The Four of Wands. Wow. So someone wants to build towards or to stabilize a commitment, possibly a marriage, or something that could go the distance. I mean, it could even be someone that you were living with, or something to do, maybe if you were cohabiting or living together or in a marriage or not, there could have been issues with someone wasn't kind of putting their share of money into the relationship, you know, going halves on things. Someone could have not been able to actually completely do their part when it came to money and finances of like the household, and that could have led to arguments and conflict and disagreements. So let's see, why is the Page of Cups here, please, for Cancer? Why the Page of Cups? Two of Wands. It's a Two of Wands is talking about a decision, and okay, all right, interesting. So the Two of Wands card is also talking about where you're trying to work out where your heart lies, and following your heart to make a decision can be to go down a different path. So for some of you, I'm kind of getting that there could be someone coming back, or, you know, still, that not necessarily that they ever went completely away, but kind of still trying to make something work, trying to come back in a way, and kind of say that now they'll put their fair share in, that now that they will, you know, pull their weight, that they will invest as much as you want them to, or you were. And then it might be that you have someone else coming towards you with a brand new love offer, which is very fresh, and I get the sense of like the waters aren't like muddied by the conflict of, you know, like issues. It's fresh, it's new. So it's kind of, it could be a decision for you, Cancer, in where does your heart lie. So tell me a little bit more about this Nine of Swords, Temperance, or Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles situation. The Hanged Man. Yeah, more energy of someone who wasn't ready, who was in a state of limbo, who was still, I mean, this Hangman card kind of talks about an endurance test, and needing to kind of go through kind of like a transformation of like shedding of someone's like previous skin, if you like, metaphorically, to be able to kind of refresh themselves, rejuvenate themselves. I'm seeing that someone could have got very emotional, but then also closed off as a result. But yeah, because we have the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck as I say that. And I said that about emotion because this Hanged Woman on this card in this deck is standing underneath a waterfall. And the Temperance card, there is a waterfall like flowing onto the man's hand on the Temperance card. So there's this kind of energy of emotion washing over someone. And it was kind of too much for them to deal with that, and also to invest properly. Now, what that emotion and kind of pain was about, there could have been anything. It doesn't have to have been like a previous relationship, heartbreak. It could have been some sort of painful situation happening in their family or with a close friend, but something was upsetting them so much that they couldn't focus, and so they withdrew, is kind of what I'm getting. Or they certainly weren't doing like their fair share in terms of like a reciprocal household. And, you know, you could have been, I feel like that did lead to arguments, basically. So let's see, why is the Three of Pentacles with the Four of Wands here? The Cancer. Page of Swords. And the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Don't have to be. We also have Sagittarius and Pisces. But anyway, So the Page of Swords coming out with this combination. This is someone who has been at a distance from you for some time and has been gathering their thoughts, kind of taking stock is what I want to say of it's like seeing something from actually kind of from a new perspective, like with this Hanged Man energy as well, actually. Kind of seeing, you know, when you're too close to something, you're right inside it, in maybe living in a house with someone, and all you're focused on is the stress, and you know, things build up on you, the bills, the responsibilities or whatever, and it's like you can't see the wood for the trees, with that old phrase. Like, this is someone who took some distance from the connection. As I said, they withdrew, maybe even emotionally, even if they didn't physically like leave the building, either way. And they kind of looked at it, about everything they had, and I feel like they were just like, they don't want to lose this. There's a lot of stability for this person here in this commitment, or whatever was going on in this connection, which was being invested into, that gave them a sense of stability. Maybe you're very financially secure, Cancer, as well, or there was an element of the two of you had that together. So there's someone kind of who, yeah, got some distance and decided what they wanted. And I feel like this person decided that actually I do want to work on this. I don't want to let this fall apart with Cancer. I want to restabilize this. Why is the Page of Cups with the Two of Wands here for Cancer, please? Thank you. Oh, we've got two cards. Seven of Cups and the Five of Wands. The Seven of Cups is more about more of an energy of having to make a choice, having to make a decision. Could be getting advice from other people on this, Cancer, if this is you. Confused, conflicted internally, I would say, about what choice to make. But also it could be a sense of competition, that this person, again, is coming towards you. There's this existing person coming towards you very humbly, saying they want to put work and effort into this now, maybe saying that they will be more invested, or they will do their fair share, even that they have neglected you so far, that they appreciate that you've done so much for them, and they want like almost like a fresh start, or to be given another chance to work on this with you. But I feel like they could have competition, because there could be someone else coming towards you at the same time, which seems fresh and new. So you could be being kind of pulled in two different directions. But there's also, I think you're very guarded towards the person coming back, wanting to work on things, because, well, you feel like potentially, maybe you feel like you've given them too many chances already, that there's been too many arguments, that they kind of fought you on things rather than working as a team. Blah, blah. I think that's what I've got for those starting messages. So let's go into the spread, Cancer, and we'll see what else comes out. So in the spread, I'm going to be asking 6 questions about you and the person you have on your mind whilst watching this video. If anyone's been here before, then you'll know that I've adjusted it slightly. I'm doing 6 questions in the spread rather than 10. I just find it's making it a little bit more concise, but certainly don't worry, I'm still going to be super thorough for you. So I hope you enjoy it. And I've got this beautiful new deck, which I absolutely love. So I can get the top 6 cards for the spread for Cancer, please. All right. Okay, yeah, I mean, there's the Three of Pentacles again, and it's in the position of how do they feel about you, Cancer. So, yeah, it's a completely different deck from the first deck, so that's lovely. Yeah. I mean, we've got the Page of Cups again underneath the Three of Pentacles. That's insane. It literally just came out, Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups. There they are again. And, okay. Bottom of this deck. It's a lot of minor arcana, I've got to say, Cancer. So I feel like the good thing about minor arcana is that this is kind of up to you and your person to work through. It's not necessarily like destiny is going to be fighting you. So it's more things that you have influence over, which is good in a way. I mean, if it's things that are outside of your control, maybe sometimes you want destiny to step in, but feels like this is something that's well within your and your person's control to work through. So I'll say that first of all. The bottom of this deck now we have the Four of Wands, another repeating card from the starting messages. Let's see, the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Okay, interesting. So I mean, the Four of Wands is a beautiful card of family and commitment and being together in a home and feeling very secure. It's like that feeling of being in the nest together. You know, you're feeling very comfortable, very happy, content, and you know you have your family unit all together and secure. And there's a sense of celebration around that as well, just from being together. But then we have this Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords energy, which is very combative, and it's a bit with the two of them almost facing each other like that. It's quite a blunt energy, a little bit harsh communication. The Page of Swords is obviously it's a bit more tentative than the Knight of Swords, because the Page of Swords is someone, you know, wondering if they should say what they have to say, trying to get their point across, but in kind of like a clever, almost a little bit sneaky way, just to get their message across without kind of suffering any backlash from saying what they need to say. It's kind of, if you know what I mean, it's like someone who's very almost diplomatic, I want to say, in getting their message across. And then the Knight of Swords is not diplomatic in the slightest, very direct, very blunt, comes in, says exactly, you know, what just popped into their head, and sometimes that can come across pretty brutal. So that could be the dynamic that's been going on in this kind of family unit or home. So let's see, at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the thing about this Ace of Swords card in this deck is that it's talking about realizing some sort of truth, or realizing something, let's just say, having learnt a great deal of wisdom, but it's been at quite a harsh cost, because this sword is pointing down, pierced through this like skeleton, and this little mouse is victorious on top of the sword, in terms of there's a victory here, but it has been at a very devastating cost. So with that Knight of Swords energy that I just was talking about, it could have been that someone won some sort of argument, but it was like, at what cost? Like, okay, I won the argument but not the war. It's kind of, and also, you know, I won some sort of argument but now I've lost the person. So it's a sense of, it's always good to be honest, but sometimes it is how, you know, the way we say things, the way we communicate, which you can be honest, or you can be brutally like cut the other person to shreds, kind of honest. So there's definitely a sense about there's been communication issues, arguments, and also I feel like someone needed to get something off their chest, and really maybe it was something that was brewing quite deeply for a long time with the Queen of Cups, like something that it may have been like an emotional outburst, something had been brewing for a long time, and it burst out, but it you know, there was an aftermath. And so now with this Cups energy here, this is obviously you, Cancer, with the Queen of Cups, in a very emotional state, or, you know, deep in your feeling your emotions greatly at this time. And with the Knight of Cups, I feel like determined to maybe express your emotions, or it could be someone determined to do that to you, or also kind of following your heart with this combination. With this Knight of Cups card, this person is on a boat, kind of the harpoon that they're holding is pointing to the stars. So it's kind of like determined to go forward and still to kind of be true to your feelings, and to kind of reach for the stars. So it's kind of like an energy of determined not to accept less than what your emotions are kind of telling you that you want and you need. So let me get the next layer. So can I clarify the spread, please, for Cancer with the top 6 cards? So for Cancer, please, can we clarify? Oh. The top 6 cards for Cancer, please. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, they are going to be communicating big time. We've got the 6 of Swords beginning the spread and ending the spread. That is very interesting. Okay, at the bottom of this deck we have the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 3 of Cups. Interesting. So, I mean, Cancer, you could be keeping to yourself right now, maybe keeping a bit quiet and maybe just enjoying time with friends, trying to just almost like lighten the heavy any heavy energy around you right now by kind of enjoying your life and kind of going out with your friends, socializing, that kind of thing, but keeping a lot within yourself, like keeping a lot behind, you know, you're keeping your cards close to your chest, sorry, is what I'm trying to say. Like, not really expressing a lot about how you feel at the moment, just being very like outwardly very like, oh yes, I'm just gonna go out, have some drinks, you know, and keeping a lot to yourself, and spending more time with friends, but not really opening up exactly about everything that's going on for you right now. And with this Knight of Pentacles energy, I feel like you've been waiting for someone to come towards you with a solid offer that is reliable, and I feel like it's your intuition is telling you that maybe to wait until they actually come through with the goods, if you know what I mean. It's like you may intuitively know that this person is going to actually offer you something solid, but you're keeping all of that feeling, the gut feeling, to yourself right now, and just on the surface just being very light-hearted. At the bottom of the deck we have the Star, the Knight of Swords again, the 7 of Wands again, bloody hell. So there is an energy here that someone wants to again get something off their chest, just as I was saying with the last Knight of Swords, to rush in and communicate, but it's more in this case to fight for the connection. They're still optimistic, hopeful that things can be healed between the two of you. I think they're aware that there will be obstacles and difficulties for the two of you to overcome, but someone is very determined with this energy to say what they need to say, to not give up, to try and get through to you, and also to try and make you believe in them again. Okay. They really do see you as very special, Cancer, with that Star energy as well. So they don't want to let you go, basically, is what I'm getting so far. Can I get the next layer, please, for Cancer? So, of course, if this isn't resonating at all, you can always check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And if it is resonating, please do hit the like button for me. That would be amazing. And subscribe to the channel if you'd like to. I really appreciate everyone who likes, everyone who subscribes. And leave me a comment and let me know if it did resonate. So, can I get the top 6 cards for my lovely Cancers, please? Clarify the spread again. Whoa, Wheel of Fortune just flew out. Interesting. So, I mean, it just could be that things are going to be changing in terms of someone who, yeah, wasn't investing. things are, well, it could be that, but it could also just be that things are going to be going in your favor, Cancer, I feel. Things are changing. So all right. Oh, interesting. Whoa. Okay. At the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords for a third time. I literally just said after I did the second layer that we have the Six of Swords twice on the spread. And I was going to say, when I was saying about that Wheel of Fortune, that things are changing, that you've been going through a difficult time, and things are changing because you're moving on from that one way or another, whether it's with this person or not. So underneath Six of Swords, the Five of Swords, how funny, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, yeah, big time. And further down we have the Death card. So there is change coming to this situation, putting something behind you, whether it was conflict or whether it was this connection. Either way, we've got two cards here with the Six of Swords and the Three of Wands, with the person's back is turned to us. So they're looking towards the future and you're making steps to move towards it. In the middle of it is this Five of Swords energy, which is people who have kind of reached an impasse when it comes to the communication. Communication has broken down big time, or had broken down, and there's a sense of defeat there, and certainly there's a sense of, I mean, there's someone with their back turned on this card as well. So it's just a lot of, this isn't working anymore. You know what, I need to focus on the future. I need to focus on moving towards the kind of future that I want. And there's someone still standing here watching that person walk away and holding on to swords. And I think this is the person who still very much wants to speak more with you, Cancer. They've got more that they want to say. They're not done. They kind of they're still feeling a lot of turmoil about this situation, but I feel like you're more like, you know what, this is enough for me. This has been too much. I feel like you're more focused on moving away from this and seeing what your future will bring instead. So let's see at the bottom of the deck, the Four of Swords now. Grief. The Queen of Swords. You sure you're not an air sign, Cancer? And the Seven of Pentacles. No, I'm just joking. Lots more minor arcana again, but I mean, essentially here is it's very clear. It's almost like the starting messages all over again. I feel like this is you here in the middle, Cancer, male or female, embodying that Queen of Swords energy. Someone who's like, if you're not going to do right by me, if you're not going to step up, and if you're not going to be the partner that I need, then okay, I'll tell you exactly what I just said. I'll tell you this. I'm not going to just skirt around the issue, let's say. I'm going to be completely to the point and honest about what it is I need. And what it is that, I need to take a rest. You might need some time to kind of just have a bit of a breather from maybe the arguments, the conflict. I said you kind of had enough of maybe the communication has been very tiring in a way, that maybe the arguments, and essentially it's kind of looking back at everything you invested into this situation and being like, I did not get out of the time, the energy, the effort that I put into this. I didn't get what I wanted out of it. So at this point, it's like, I'm calling it. This is not going any further. The bush of pentacles is not growing. It's not sprouting any new pentacles. It's kind of like you guys have reached like a stagnant point, and you're putting your foot down with that Queen of Swords energy. She doesn't take any bullshit, Queen of Swords. And I'm not saying the connection with this person was bullshit at all, but like, I feel like it was just maybe could have been a lot of petty back and forth, like sniping at each other, and it's like, we're not getting anywhere. At the end of the day, what we were working towards didn't bear fruit in the long run. So let's go through the spread, Cancer. How you feel about this person. We have the Six of Swords again, the Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. So, I mean, this Six of Swords card, she's she's already gone into the mists. She's like a shadow now, and following behind her is this snake in the water, as well as the six swords. So this is talking about, you feel like you are moving on and leaving this in your past. Like with the snake there in the water, oh, it could be an eel, to be fair, but either way, it's almost like there was something here that maybe this person was slightly untrustworthy, or it could just be that, not that they, you know, necessarily lied or deceived you in some way, but it's just like unreliable. If it wasn't, you know, like they had actually lied in some way or something, but you just felt either way, like you couldn't trust them, that there was no solid ground with this person, and you're already moving on. It's like you not only like, you know, with the classic Six of Swords here, which I almost feel like they're literally at the pier, just pushing off. You're halfway down the stream. You know, you're almost in the fog now. So yeah, you feel like you're leaving this behind you. With the Ten of Wands, you feel like this was burdensome. This was exhausting. This caused a lot of stress for you, and it kind of weighed you down. As well as getting this sense, and it's funny because I don't know if you remember at the beginning of the video, I was talking about this potentially someone else coming towards you with that Page of Cups, and I said it was a very fresh energy, like the waters haven't been muddied by everything you went through. And then look at this water on this card. It's so dank and like grey and swampy and misty and foggy that yeah, it's kind of, it's like this connection with this person, you feel like it's become murky, and also that you feel like you don't know exactly what the future is going to bring with that fog, but you're willing to just check it out and see, you know, go into the unknown, because you're really at the end of your tether with this Ten of Wands. Now it's interesting with the Knight of Wands card here as well. You could feel that you feel like they are unreliable with that Knight of Wands card. Someone who is very passionate, very attractive, maybe very driven by their passions. And I don't mean that necessarily just romantically, but like they could have you know, they could get new hobbies all the time, is kind of what I'm getting. Like they could feel, you know, suddenly very passionate about one thing and they really dive into that. Oh, and the next minute it's like, oh, now I want to be in a band. And then the next minute it's like, oh no, I actually want to do art and paint in my spare time. I don't know, it's just this, it's a weird message. I'm just getting like, you may feel like they are someone who's kind of a little bit all over the place, and that in itself is tiring, because it's like it's just like they have flash in the pan interests, and it's not something sustainable. Oh, so how do they feel about you? Well, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So they feel like they want to work on this with you. They feel like they kind of want to talk you into working on this with them again. They may feel like they have a lot to learn. I also kind of get the feeling that they feel like you are their guide, in terms of you could teach them a lot about making money, about being more stable, about managing finances, managing a home, this kind of thing. But yeah, they feel absolutely like they want to make, they may also feel like they need advice elsewhere on how to get you to work on this with them again, for you to like give them another chance. They feel kind of stuck, like they can't necessarily see a way forward of how to make this happen with that Eight of Swords energy. And what they want to happen is another chance, as I said already. With that Ace of Cups, they want a new beginning in love with you. They want a fresh start. They feel that they still have a lot of emotion for you. They have a lot of love that they want to give you. And they feel like there is still an opportunity for the two of you to make it work. But at the same time, they don't exactly know how to put that into practice and make it happen. It's almost like you are the one, Cancer, with solutions, and now it's up to them to find the solution for this, and they're all like, they feel useless, like, oh, I don't know, Cancer normally takes care of everything like this. It's a little bit immature, to be honest, is what I'm getting from this person. How they see you, the Three of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. I'm going to clarify that Seven of Swords in a second, but they see you with the Three of Wands being very like using your foresight and being like planning for your future, and as a result they see that you're kind of almost playing out in your head even what could happen if you give them another chance, and feeling pretty pessimistic about it as a result. They see you kind of no longer interested, rejecting their advances, because you can kind of see 10 steps ahead and see that this is just going to get you tied up again in, or the two of you tied up in arguments, and you know, it's almost like it would lead to nowhere, but it would just, the two of you would just go round and round in this cycle again. So they see you like already well, that's what you're thinking, and as a result you're rejecting it. Now it could be that they see that you don't trust them as well, with that Seven of Swords, which I had already kind of talked about. Let me just quickly check. Why is the Seven of Swords how this person sees Cancer? I'm going to move this because I have a strong feeling I'm going to set a card on fire. Why is the Seven of Swords here for how this person sees Cancer? King of Swords, interest. So much air energy. And the King of Pentacles. Ooh, and look at this at the bottom of the deck, the Page of Cups with the Two of Wands. As it fell, I noticed that. So they are cheeky, frankly, because obviously you're like, I'm moving on from this because you didn't you weren't fully on board, etc. Now they see you as hiding the fact from them that you might be interested in somebody else, and you're not being completely open with them about that. So they're kind of seeing you as being sneaky or dishonest to them, because you are kind of, you're weighing up their offer, and what I was saying about considering the future and the potential with them, but also having someone else coming towards you potentially for a fresh new beginning with someone else. So I don't know, it's kind of why I was like, why do they see Cancer as the deception? Why do they see, and it's not deception, it's more like they see that you might be keeping it from them, the fact that you're and considering an offer from somebody else. Could be an earth sign, it doesn't have to be. So that's interesting. What is their current situation, Cancer? So this person's current situation, we have the Five of Wands, the Justice card, and the Tower. So, oh wow. Well, the Five of Wands is in this deck, it's depicted by a two-headed snake, and the heads are going in different directions. So this card for me is kind of talking about it could be certainly conflict, but like people around them who they thought were kind of on their side, or who were telling them that they were trying to help them, or in some way, that could be work, family, friends, who were actually working against them. Or it could be that this person was potentially not living a double life, that's too dramatic, but potentially being a little bit dishonest or two-faced, or giving kind of two different two faces depending on who they were talking to, and kind of certainly an element of deception here with that Five of Wands card, whether it's external or within what they were doing. Either way, there's some sort of karma playing out here, and in this person's current situation where the Tower moment is happening, they're facing the karma of, or it could even be of trusting people around them who were actually working against them the whole time. But something in their life is crumbling and falling apart, and it could just be the connection with you, and they're facing like the hand of justice here because of their own deception and the kind of the games they played. I want to say, I'm sorry. There's a Tower card. I've got to clarify this. What is this in this person's current situation relating to? What is this in Cancer's person's situation? Oh, something flipped. Okay, we've got the Empress, the High Priestess. So it could, for some of them, it could be to, what is this? Could be Ace of Swords in reverse. Oh my god, the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. If your person was in a marriage that they weren't being honest about, with the Emperor and the Empress and the Justice card, I have to say that about, I have to say this. And we have the High Priestess, which is talking about secrets, and the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is a truth not told, something that wasn't revealed. This is spelling that if this person was married and they didn't tell you, Cancer, then it's almost like shit has hit the fan in their marriage. I mean, it could be that their married spouse found out about you, and everything is now, it's their own lies and deception are everything is crumbling around them. Yeah, that is strongly what I'm getting. I can't really say anything else with the Emperor, Empress, the Justice, Tower, the Ten of Wands. I mean, it's whatever it is. It could be to do with family if it's not a marriage. It could be to do with maybe even their parents or something. But I have to say, why is the Justice card here? Queen of Wands. Oh shit, yeah. Oh shit. I don't know if you know, Cancer, or you some of you might, that this person put you in a third party situation and they were married, and you may not have even known about it because you were like, why are you not giving to this situation fully with me? Why are you not on board and invested? And I think it was because, unbeknownst to you, you were being made the Queen of Wands, and their married partner has found out about you, if that is the case, and all shit has hit the fan for them. Oof. The action that they're going to take towards you, Cancer, we have the Page of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Four of Cups. So they are going to continue, if they're not already, getting in contact with you, trying to apologize, trying to get your attention, continuing to try and start communication up with you. I would say with this Page of Cups card that this person is making like a shadow puppet or shadow creature of a fox with his hands to this little audience of foxes down here. So my point is that they're kind of pretending that they are also a fox to communicate with the foxes. So I hope you know what I mean by when I'm describing that. It's like someone who's pretending that they are the same as you, and that they're on the same page as you, that that you guys have so many things in common, etc. That's what I'm getting. It could be that is how they try to get back into your good books or try and start up communication with you. Like to try and make a lot of like commonalities between the two of you, or like, hey, you were like this before, or like we've all made mistakes or something like this. But to be honest, I still see you in the Four of Cups energy, like disinterested about this. But they just keep coming with that Page of Cups, like still trying to get your attention. And finally, what is going to be happening between you and this person going forward from when you see this video, Cancer, so the next month, next 30 days from when you come across it. We've got the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the High Priestess. So there is certainly an energy of moving on from the situation. As I said, it's going to be different for all of you. Maybe some of you, it will be, if things are more fair, then we can move forward. And for others of you, you're just going to, maybe even if there's some sort of separation of good, like purchases or belongings between the two of you, you're going to sort that out. Things are going to be split up between the two of you, and then you're going to be on your merry way and leave this in your past. With the High Priestess energy, it does talk about needing to trust your intuition and your gut about what happens next, and listen very strongly to your intuition. You already know what to do about the situation, and I think you do, because the thing is, you feel the Six of Swords about this, like, and this Six of Swords, as I described it, is like leaving this in your past. This is already behind you. You're off into the mists, and here it is, and what's going to happen with the High Priestess. So I feel like this is saying you already know what to do, in how you feel about this person is correct. This is the confirmation, and this, you know, as a result, you move forward. And you could be moving forward also to someone who is more a far more balanced and equal, like a fair reciprocating relationship, where it's funny because there's like this one big fish on the left here with the 4 pentacles, and the little smaller fish with the 2 pentacles on the right. So it's almost like the bigger space in the water you take up, the more pentacles that you put towards it. I don't know. It's just more like if you're a bigger fish, then you give more pentacles, and if you're a little fish, you give your equal, you know, measurement of pentacles. It's just far more fair. So I feel like you're moving. I hope that made sense. I'm just rambling about fish and pentacles now, but I hope that made sense. Is there anything else you can tell me about this Six of Swords for Cancer, about what they're moving towards going forward? Okay, interesting. 9 of Wands kind of came out literally sideways, so it could be that you're certainly still kind of torn a little bit about whether to completely give up on this or not. Anything else about what is that Six of Swords? What's Cancer moving towards, please? Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I swear, Cancer, you have someone else who is reaching out to you, who is kind of like, you're tempted to take them up on their offer. Could be to spend time with them. That is the case. If that is the case, you're manifesting in this kind of very, very reliable, very generous King of Pentacles, earthy energy, who's not stingy with their money or stingy with their investment into a connection with you. But it would just be like the very, very starting seeds of a connection with this person. Could be just be starting to talk with them. It could be someone that begins as a friend, but it's either way, it's going to kind of be teaching you about what a truly fair and reciprocally invested relationship, like a mature relationship, really is, not this that you've had from this person. So that's what I've got from you, Cancer. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your support to the channel. Please do like the video and subscribe for me. That would be incredible. I appreciate everyone who does. And yeah, wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon, Cancer. Bye.